The Hollywood Reporter, are predicting Josh O'Connor is going to take the role of Bond, James Bond. You'd said, why y'all hate Henry Cavill so much?
I am going to admit my bias. I love Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as I do Jason Momoa, but Henry Cavill is in there. To
Mm-hmm.
me, he looks like Bond. He's got those dashing good looks that Bond is supposed to have. This guy, I'm not getting it
Right.
from him. He doesn't
This
like.
guy.
Pierce Brosnan has it.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, who I wasn't really buying him as Bond, but at least
Uh,
he seemed to have the physical characteristics, and his acting, kind of won me over with that. But I don't see this guy as Bond. It's like Bond's sidekick. No disrespect, but it's
well,
when
he's
I
like
see
Bond's.
it, I'm not
He's
thinking
Yeah.
it.
He's Bond's like nerdy young brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think would be like maybe even like take over. What was it? M or Q? Q.
Q. Yeah,
Q. He'd
Q's
be a
the
great Q.
weapon suit. He would.
He would be a great Q. And you know what? Like I said, I actually think, I mean, this gentleman is a really good actor. Granted, I've only seen him in one role in Challengers, but
Hmm.
he's he I but that being said, I never did I imagine, oh yeah, he could be a great James Bond.
No, that's just no. I can't. I just maybe something will change. I don't know. Maybe they'll throw him into a gym for a little bit, and he'll actually, kind of bulk up. But I do not get James Bond um,
Yeah,
looking at this guy. I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. To me, this actor, uh, his looks are very, different. It's distinctive, but not distinguished. And distinctive like a Barry Cohen, distinctive like what's the other guys? Cillian Murphy,
Yes. Oh, yeah, he
you
would
know,
work.
but not dashingly handsome. I mean, Daniel Craig wasn't even dashing. I mean, they really stretched it there,
Yeah, they did. I was
you
just
know.
like, I don't really see it look wise, physique wise. Okay, I can buy that part, but the rest I
Hmm.
don't. I'm just not
Um,
getting.
but they're hedging. They're betting that it's going to be O'Connor, and the controversy is why not Henry Cavill? Is it because of Cavill's kind of like based take on things? He just goes against the grain, or maybe he's let out in work circles politically where he stands. What are your takes? Because it's really kind of weird how he's no longer Spider-Man. Excuse me, Spider-Man. He's no longer Superman, and
Hmm.
he's not even being considered as he was before. Right? He was 20 years ago.
Hmm. They did float him around.
What's your take?
I don't know if it's perhaps a choice on Cavill's part, where it's kind of like, maybe I'll
Hmm.
do other things. I know he's working on that Warhammer series for Amazon. It could be
Hmm.
maybe an issue with not necessarily his, I won't say his politics, but I would say that the way he stands up for the fans.
Mm.
That's something that I've noticed, and what put Henry Cavill on my radar when people would say, "Well, what do you think about the toxic fandom?" And paraphrasing, he's just like, "No, they're very passionate, and I get where they're coming from, and that's that should be respected." Oh yeah, that's right. Solomon Cavill is also doing Highlander. Yeah, he's doing Highlander, so it
Isn't that
could
already done?
be. I don't know if it's finished or you know
Uh-huh.
what, it should be, because didn't they start filming? I think
Well,
early this
I
year.
mean, I also too, if they really want someone, they're gonna work schedules.
That's true. That's true. I think, and this is again, I did not see the last Bond movie because no, that's just not James Bond what they did to him. And I think what they're doing is they're moving from the archetypal James Bond character that we
Hmm.
know
Hmm.
and moving into this weird, let's see, less masculine version
He
of
might be
James
too
Bond.
masculine, you're saying.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They're not usually the
Mhm.
archetype of James Bond is that men want to be him and women want to be with him. That's the James Bond archetype. That's the reason why I watch the James Bond movies. You
I
had
mean,
a very obvious masculine presence, and I don't think that's where they want to go with that character anymore.
is there even a question when looking at a picture like this?
Nope.
There's that line, when you're an actor trying to work, trying to, get jobs, we'll come in costume. Henry Cavill will come in costume. That's him right there. James
Totally.
Bond.
I
Give him
mean,
lines.
yeah,
They
this is
want betas. Yeah, you're right,
they
Ben.
do, they do.
They want why?
They,
Still today. You gotta stop it.
it's like you have to understand. It's like yes, Bond movies appeal mainly to men. That is their audience.
Hmm.
However,
Hmm.
men want to look at men who are very, very masculine looking.
Mm.
Okay. Women want to look at men who are very masculine looking. I know some
Hmm.
of folks don't want to hear that, but that is the absolute obvious truth.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's why the Bond franchise was so successful and so sexy because of that particular formula. So when you do stuff like have Bond get married, what the hell? Do that, you have him riding on the back of a freaking Vespa. I'm sorry, that is obvious emasculation right there, and that's the reason why I refuse to see that latest Bond movie. I
Yeah.
Skyfall is it for me.
Again, that was another example where I saw it with Mexican Iron Man a few years ago, and we came out. I was like, "Oh, this is really good," and then like a couple hours later, day later, I'm like, "That wasn't really a Bond film." Like, no, it wasn't. It's like it's look at this man. It's instant. I'm gonna throw my panties at this guy. But it's that feeling, and then dudes are like, "Yeah, man, this guy's God. I want a suit like that. I want to go work out and be like him." That's not a
That
bad thing,
tailored
man.
that tailored suit, that's also the Bond look, that very put
Yeah.
together British
Hmm.
tailoring, just oh, it's just great. And yeah, like you were saying, work out to be that dude. It's just
Hmm.
this is the kind of guy that you would believe is an MI6 agent.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's even retro looking. So it's like, go set it back in the 50s and the 60s and have fun with that.
Yes.
Please don't make it in today's world. Ugh.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Ugh.
mm-mm.
Please don't do that. No. All right. Well, that's a controversy. What do y'all think? Let us know.